So in this video I'll just cover the configuration settings for using proxies with Domain Ronin. This is very straightforward. Domain Ronin supports all the types of proxies that are available for use with crawling, so back connect proxies, your normal HTTP, public proxies, online updating proxies, or even local updating proxies can be used with Domain Ronin. So I'll just go over the configuration for it. You go to the Settings tab and then go to the Proxies sub-tab, and this is the screen that you can see here. Down the bottom you can see the format of the proxies that you can use within a text file. So you just list your proxies, one proxy per line. You can either have just IP and port, or you can have the IP, port, username and password. So if you would like to use proxies while you're crawling, you need to have the use proxies checkbox ticked, and then you need to enter in the proxies that you want to use down into this table here. This checkbox here is labelled as online update proxies from a file. So what this means is that Domain Ronin will look up the proxies in this file at a certain interval. I think it's every 1 minute. This is if you're scraping proxies and you save them into a file, and the file's getting updated so often, then Domain Ronin will pull in those proxies again, so that you're always keeping fresh proxies. At the same time, it doesn't need to be a local file, it can actually be a URL. So if you're scraping proxies and you're saving them to an FTP somewhere, Domain Ronin can be configured to read the text file from that URL, and it will import the domains into import the proxies into Domain Ronin to be used, and it will also do that on an interval basis. So if I was just going to load a set of domains, say I had a set of private proxies that are static and they're not going to be updating, then quite simply you just click on the add file button, you choose your text file that contains your proxies, and they'll get loaded in here. The status over here, this shows that they're all new, they haven't been tested yet. Once you actually start Domain Ronin crawling with these proxies, inside of Domain Ronin it has what's called a proxy judge. So it will actually test the proxies to see if they're working or not. If they're not working, then the status will actually change to it'll say blacklist or blacklisted. That means that the proxy has been tested. I think we test it multiple times before we actually trigger it as being a blacklisted proxy. And we'll also, if all proxies get blacklisted, Domain Ronin won't just start using your local proxy, your local IP, say of your home PC or a VPS or something. It will just stop working altogether. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward. This file here, if I was actually scraping proxies and this file was getting saved to and updated, every so often, then I want Domain Ronin to pull in those new fresh proxies on the fly. So then I would enable this checkbox here. If I was wanting to use the same method but from a website address, I don't have one right now, but I'll just put in as an example. I'll just put in a website address like this, and have the actual file name on the end of the URL, and hit add, and it would pull the proxies in. So that's it, pretty straightforward. If you're wanting to crawl some of the larger sites, you'll find that if you're using a single IP address for crawling, then it will probably get banned pretty quickly for having too many requests to that website. So sites like Wikipedia, etc., you'll get blacklisted fairly quickly. So using updating proxies, a fresh batch of proxies every so often, it allows you to be able to crawl these larger sites and find domains from, find expired domains from linking back from those sites. So quite a handy feature. If you've got back connect proxies as well, that's fine. You just put in the back connect IP and port numbers into the proxies here, and it will just use them as it would any other kind of proxy. Okay, so that's it. I think it's fairly easy. If you have any questions, please let us know, and we're happy to help you out. Thank you.